So I'm Chef Nezza, more commonly known in the community as Mama Nezza, and I've kind of made peace with that because at first it made me feel kind of like somebody's grandma, which I am. But I realized that, people giving me that title of Mama meant that they appreciated the fact that I fed them, just like your mom would feed you. And I literally do. When I make food, I think about my own family and how I feed them. And the community is just an extension of that. So one of the biggest things impacting our communities is access to healthy food. I don't know if I like the term food desert. Food insecurity might be better because there's plenty of things that's considered food, but not really. So it's not technically a desert, but food insecurity to me means more or less you don't have access to food that's actually life-giving, that's healthy. And then that sets us up for a plethora of other things like diseases that could be controlled, prevented, or eliminated by eating healthy. But if you're a kid going to school in the morning getting hot Cheetos from the gas station on the way to school, obviously you can't go to school and learn. If you're running into the gas station on the way to work getting, Red Bull to keep you going, obviously you're not at your best. So I think food insecurity is like one of the biggest things impacting our community. I'm a chef because I know how to cook, and I grew up in a family that cooked, but I'm a community health educator, so that's my passion point. And really the food for me is just a way to get people to listen to the conversation, because people always, are more open when you feed them. But obviously we can't be our best selves. Our communities are, when you walk through some of these or drive through some of these areas, they look like a war zone, right? If we're in our right mind because we're eating healthy and our brains are functioning, our communities wouldn't look like that, because we would come up with all kinds of ways to mitigate whatever was, fix up housing. But when we're daily trying to just figure out how to eat and how to survive, we don't have time to do those other things that builds community. So when I go to a market like Market on the Ave in my neighborhood that brings people in the community together to socialize and commune around food, art, music, dance, all of that, I see that as a way to have that conversation about wellness, not just around food, but really around community. In 5 years, in a community that has access to healthy food, clean water, safe housing, our communities will be all that we are. We have so much talent that would manifest outwardly in what we see around us. Our children will have a better future, because as I said before, they can't learn if they're eating hot Cheetos on the way to school. And so when people come to like maybe a pop-up, or I do a catering, or I do a class, even though my job and my business is to provide food for clients, but the bigger picture really is to educate people, to create like a community of wellness, and to create these spaces where we can break bad bread communally, because I feel that culturally, people are more likely to make changes around health and wellness if it feels like it's an organic part of their everyday lived lives.